Creating an AI model is one thing, but keeping her consistent over and over again in every picture that you make might be the biggest challenge of creating an AI model. So in this video, I will show the tactics and tricks that I'm using to keep my model as consistent as possible. I will also explain the key things that I focus on when I create my models. But you have to keep in mind here, we're not working with real girls, we're working with AI, and AI is very good at the moment, but it's not perfect yet. So 100% consistency is nearly impossible, but by watching this video and implementing my tips and tricks, you will get pretty close to perfection. So first of all, let's discuss the tools and platforms that we can use to create our AI model. Well, basically it doesn't really matter which platform you're choosing, as long as you choose a platform that allows you to create everything you need for your AI model. There are a lot of platforms to pick from. I myself use Tensor.art, and the reason for that is that I wanted to start free when I just started out, and I kind of stuck with that platform. But you can also use a platform like Xmode or Picasso. Those platforms are created for AI influencers, and they will make your life a lot easier. And with the current restrictions a lot of platforms got, maybe choosing one of those platforms might be the best choice right now. But it's all up to you. Just pick something that you can stick with and that you can master. So that brings me to the first point: to make your character as consistent as possible. Choose one platform and stay at that platform. You can't make your model at 3, 4, 5 different platforms. It's not gonna work for you. Maybe 1 or 2 if you don't have another choice, but I would stick with one. Every platform is different in its own way, and it creates different results. So pick your platform carefully, get familiar with that platform, and use that platform for your model. So because I'm using Tensor.art, I'm going to use it as an example to show you what I do to keep my models as consistent as possible. So like I said before, it doesn't really matter which platform you're using. You can implement all these tricks in the platforms that you use, but for the sake of this video and to explain to you, I use Tensor.art. So first thing we're going to talk about is LoRa. So the first thing you need to know is how to train your own LoRa. Well, a LoRa is basically a basic model that you can implement in the AI, so every image you create will look like the LoRa you trained. You have to train your LoRa, and I will recommend to pay for this step. You can do this for free, and I have videos on my channel how you can do this. That will show you the whole training process of the LoRa, so I'm not going to do that in detail over here, but if we're going to use Tensor.art, we can go for create, online training, and over here we can drag around 10 to 20 pictures to train our LoRa. I will say 20 is better, and that's why you need to pay for this, because you can do this with 10 pictures and then it's free, but the more pictures you have, the better your LoRa will be. So I'm not going to show you this whole process, but check one of my other videos out and I explain this in detail. So a LoRa is basically the basic method that we're going to use to keep the resemblance of our model. So we go to create, and over here, as you can see, we have our LoRa. We have the flux. I will recommend the flux because it's the best one at this moment, but here we can pick our LoRa, and if we want to add another LoRa, we go for add LoRa, and over here we can pick from our models that we trained. So this is the LoRa that we're going to use, and I will show you a few pictures that I'm going to generate. So as you can see, we created a few pictures. You have to keep in mind, if you're creating 100 pictures, then not every picture is usable. Sometimes the hands are screwed up and the feet are screwed up. And sometimes she just gained 20 pounds out of nowhere. I don't know what that is about, but it happens, okay? Not every picture is usable. If you create 100 pictures, then maybe 20 pictures are usable. So you have to keep that in mind. So if we check these pictures out, then we can see that we have somewhat the same character over and over again, and that's because we use the LoRa. And because we use the LoRa and train the LoRa right, we will get the same body type, same face, same hair. So that's a very important thing to do. Another very important thing that you need for character consistency is to keep the base prompt the same. So this base prompt is very simple: an 18-year-old woman with a long blonde hair. So this part is always the same. Every time I write my prompt, I start with this: 18-year-old woman, long blonde hair. Every time. That's a very important part of keeping your model consistent as well. So we have the LoRa and we have the base prompt. Another thing we have is, if we click the image, then over here we can see the seed number. If we use this seed number, we copy this and we paste it over here where it says seed, then the AI will generate the same picture over and over again. So if we want to change positions, but we want to keep the same background and stuff like that, then we use the same seed number, and this prompt says she's sitting on the park bench, but the next background can be seen is lying on the park bench. So the seat number is another thing to keep your model consistent. Especially if you want to keep the same environment and the background and stuff like that, then use the same seat number. Keep in mind, if you use the same seat number and the same prompt, you will get the same image over and over again. Another thing we can do is we can use base models. And the base model I like to use, especially for the not safe for work content, is this one. If we keep using the same base model, then basically our model will look some kind of same. It's not always exactly the same, but we keep the same body structure and stuff like that. So picking the right base model, especially for the not safe for work content part, if you want to create that with this, then using the right base model can be another way to keep your character consistent. And this way we get more consistency in the native parts. So that's where base models come in. So now we created the images. There are some important parts we have to look for. So if we check this image out, and I will make it a little bit bigger, then you can see that the hands are a little bit screwed up. So this is not an image that we're going to use. This is something somebody's going to see, and we don't want that. So that's a very important part of why you can use a picture. Yeah, you can cut this part off on the bottom, and then the picture will be fine. But we can use it like this. So let's say I want to use this one, and this one looks a little bit better. Actually, this one is perfect. So there are a few things that have to be consistent in the body structure of our model. First of all, the face. Well, the face is very important to keep that the same every time. If the face isn't the same, it's not a problem. I make my models all the time with just a base model. Then I change the face later, and I will show you in a minute how you can do that. But things we have to look for are the upper body over here. Is this roughly the same size every time? We can post pictures that in one picture she has very big melons, and in the other picture there are just some grapes. We need to keep this the same. It's a very important part of our model. But let's say we have the perfect body every time, and that's basically how I create my models. I basically always do a face swap. I always look at the body. If the body is the same, then we can change the face, and I will show you how you can do that. So for this, we go to pixnova.ai and we go in for an AI face swap. So this is the original picture. I want to make it look like one of the models that I got, and I will show you the results of another picture which I already face swapped. This is what she's going to look like. So as long as we got this portion right and the same every time, it doesn't really matter that the face isn't that great, because we're gonna change the face anyway. As you can see, this is a picture of her and this is another picture, and I face swapped them both. And this is a very, very good way to keep your model consistent. Focus on the body and then just face swap her face. So now I will show you how you can do that. So we go into AI face swap. On the top here, I'm going to put a picture that needs the face changed. And down here, I will upload the picture of the face that needs to get, so of the right face. Then we go for start face swap. And in just a few seconds, we changed her whole face. I will show you the original right now. So this is what it was, and this is what it is now. As you can see, the face is exactly the same of the other two girls that I showed you before. Keep in mind that every time you want to face swap, you use the same face. If I want to face swap one of my models, then this picture down here, who has the perfect face, stays always the same. It's always the same picture. And this is how you can keep your model as consistent as possible. And like I said before, 100% consistency is nearly impossible, as long as the key features are the same. So we're talking about the face, the upper body over here, and the rest around the waist. So if you had some value in this video, leave a like, subscribe to my channel. I will leave the links for all the tools down below in the description. And if you want, you can join my Telegram group where I talk about not safe for work content and I post other stuff that might help you out. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you the next time.